where they're coming from. Well, soon, if you know you do bad, stay away from the Bajan in the village. If you know, good morning, Jumpstick, stop laughing.
I'm laughing, I'm crying.
You're crying? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I read from the word of God, Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that made us and not ourselves. We are the sheep of the pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. For the Lord is a great God. His mercy is everlasting and his truth endure to all generations. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Thank you very much, darling. How are you today?
Not too bad. I'm good.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself and the family.
You too, and have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. If you know you do bad, stay away from the Bajan in the village. Oh, by the way, I have to say good morning to my friend. Yeah, I had to call him friend. I can't call him Bridging because he came to Cités and he didn't do so and call me. Michael Baptiste. I understand that you're in Grenada. Somebody told me that you're in Cités for Juve. Well, Michael, thank you very much for coming, for showing the love, for showing the respect to St. Patrick. That was really nice of you. And looking forward to seeing you again. But please don't wait until Juve to come here. We have other things like St. Patrick's Fiesta. Yeah, that's coming up pretty soon. That's like in March. That's in March. So look out for that, friends. St. Patrick's Fiesta in March of 2026. Yeah. Because we're there in 2025. Yeah. Yesterday I was a bit lethargic and everything. But today I'm kind of feeling better today. Yeah, yesterday I was not there with it, but today definitely feeling better. So I'm kind of like there with it this morning. And no, I didn't play anything, and it's just that, you know, one of those days when you feel really, really down. And but I'm back up. Back up and running. Yeah, you recovered too. I would want to believe that. Yeah, you recovered. Yeah. A lot of people just recovering from that which they played. You played the mass. Yeah, you played the mass, so you're recovering from that now. I'm trying to do so and talk to you. And at the same time, while I'm talking to you, I'm trying to read my messages on my thing. But I don't think I can do both consistently like that. I don't think I could do both consistently, but I try. Oh, yeah. You see that too? Somebody just sent me a message, and you see Visa in trouble. I'm like, okay, yeah. I kind of see that too. We'll take a look at it just now. We'll take a look at it just now. Let's get the weather report out of the way. And then we're going to take a look at the thingy. At the visa thingy. That's kind of, well, let us see what the because with situations like these, you expect a statement from government for that matter. Look, you know what? Let's do so, and let's get the weather thing out of the way. And once we have the weather thing out of the way, then we can decide. We can talk about that for a bit. BJ, I don't know. He was playing Shotney, I know, but I don't know if I guess he's gonna be here this morning. BJ is here 99% of the time, so I guess he's gonna be here this morning, so we can look out for him. But he did play Shotney. I have to do so and find Clarice, the Honorable Clarice Modeste. I had to do so and find out, Madame, did you play the Shotney again? Because she never fails when it comes to the Shotney. That is something she does continuously. Was doing it in a big way.
Farmers working endlessly.
Ever since growing up, she's been into this thing.
Sunrise brings the harvest call.
She ain't doing this thing for optics.
We salute the one.
She ain't do that for optics. She do it for the love of it. Yeah, that's what she does. That's why she does it. She does it for the love of the thing. So I have to find out from her. Hey, did anybody see her play this year? I don't know. You could tell me. 20 minutes after the hour, it's time for us to roll on down to the Met Office and see if we can find out about the weather. Stay with us.
Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. Grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9, real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
Cranking it down the road at 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning to Jonathan Price at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. Jonathan?
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday the 14th of August, 2025, as recorded at the Morris Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair with showers in the vicinity. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is 1013.1 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 27.7 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 82%. Yesterday's maximum was 32.4 degrees Celsius and a minimum last night 26.6 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 24.2 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy as the day progresses, with light to moderate showers, and there is a warning for a heat spell that remains in effect. Today's max will be 32.5 degrees Celsius with winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas will be slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Low tide will be at 12:30 p.m. and high tide at 6 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:27 and sunrise at 5:55. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy as the day progresses, with light to moderate showers. And once again, a heat spell warning remains in effect. From the forecast desk at the Morris Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Thank you. Same to you, my brother. It's 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is Real FM Radio. Good morning, Grenada. How you doing? Yeah, folks in Petite Martinique and Carriacou, good morning to you also. And if you're in Trinidad and you're listening to us this morning, top of the morning to you. Have not said a holistic good morning to friends inside of Trinidad listening for a long time. I trust that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I wonder, what is the furthest country? Yeah, the furthest country that we have been listening to right now is where? Well, it will have to be you're listening via YouTube or you're listening the tune in. So let's see this morning if we can find out the furthest person listening to us, where is that person located? That'd be a nice thing to find out. John Mark, good morning to you. How you doing, Dolores Redhead? What's happening, Dolores? Everything good? Jerome Kenneth Lewis, top of the morning to you, bro. And let's say good morning to Claude Abraham and Sky and Theresa Joseph and Alban Harris. Speaking of Harris, good morning to Mr. Harris in McMorris. How you doing, sir? You having a good day? Wonderful. So thankful that you can listen to Real FM Radio. And Debbie, good morning to you. I'm not going to add a last name to it because everybody going to know who I'm talking to. But Debbie, you know who you are. Yeah, Debbie, the only last name I'm going to put, Debbie, and her last name will be former student of Heinze School. That is all. Yeah, she knows who she is. Yeah. John Mark, I said good morning to you. Baby daddy, what's up? Press the likes, folks. Remember, tomorrow is, what you call it? Help me, baby daddy. What do you call it again? Andrew Burke. Good morning. To Dalton Strawn. How you doing this morning, Dalton? MF. What's up, girl? Let me see. MF say, Andre, you forget everything is on a need-to-know basis. Don't expect to hear anything from the Prime Minister regarding the U.S. visa sanctions. According to Grandma, let him put his mouth where his money where his mouth is. Okay. Lorna Johnson, top of the morning to you, and Cynthia Bartholomew all the way in Baltimore. That's kind of far, but I think we are further than that. So the furthest right now is Cynthia in Baltimore. Does anybody know anybody else? Yeah, G-Blog, you know anybody anywhere else further than Baltimore? Who's listening right now? Super Chat Fridays, that's for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, yeah. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. Good morning to Carol Belfon and also to Denise Sandy. Top of the morning to you. Here's hoping that you having a wonderful day. Yeah, so Super Chat Friday, that's tomorrow. That's when you make your donation to 91.9, 91.5. Yes, a little bit goes a long way. That's what they say. Okay. Let me see if I could really and truly understand this. I'm not too sure I am understanding this. But this is rather interesting. In a nutshell, it is this. Yeah, in a nutshell, it is this. The U.S. State Department has announced that it has imposed visa restrictions on government officials in Grenada, Africa, and Cuba for complicity in the Cuban regime medical mission scheme. Complicity. Now, I'll tell you where I heard the word complicity for the first time. It was Carl Caton who mentioned, and I had to scramble to figure out what the hell is he talking about. And it had to do with different things that was happening in Grenada, and you're speaking about who is complicit and who is not complicit and stuff like that. So when I saw this, I was like, damn, they in trouble. Because they're being, it's like you take all things and you wash them in one water, you know, that's it. That is what happened to them. And that, my friends, is not just a bit of a bother. That is a real bother. That is not easy. That is not something you just say, well, you know, or you go walk out. These things don't work out just like that. Because in essence, what has happened is that there'll be visa restrictions on government officials in Grenada. And you'd ask, for what? For the big mouth. Must learn how to talk, when to talk. Must know what to say and when to say it. Again, it goes back to experience. They're not experienced. They're just not experienced to understand what they are doing. You see, during the revolution, Morris Bishop, the leader, took turns at cussing Eugenia, Tom Adams, Ronald Reagan. Yeah, he just cussed everybody. Margaret Thatcher, he just cussed them whenever he felt like. And Grenadians, not understanding this thing, some of us took up the thing and we figured we could cuss. Now, Ronald Reagan is a different man to Donald Trump. Same party. But Ronald Reagan is a different man to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a man when he decides, hey, this is what it is, based on what he sees, based on his discussion with his people, and he decides this is the way he's going, that is the way he's going. I'm not here to tell you, well, Donald right or you're wrong. No, that's business. The man is the leader of the free world. You're not the leader of anything. Oh, no, yes, sorry, sir. Optics. We're leading in optics throughout the world. And nobody, no government taking out more picture than the Ghanaian government. None. So we're leading in that. At least we're leading in something. That's good. We're leading in optics. I said to you earlier this morning, if you know you're bad, don't go and interfere with the Bajan in the village. That's wrong. You know you're bad, keep yourself quiet, stay in your lane. But nah. Oh, I'm willing to give up my visa. All kind of thing. When I heard that first time from Dennis Cornwall, I said, Cornwall, you counting St. Patrick's. Stop that. Next thing, I hear it from Andal. I say, Andal, what you doing, guy? You don't make those statements. See what happened now? You see what happened? Now, I have to do some research and find out. The restrictions are supposed to be on government officials. So that means ministers. Let me ask a question. With government officials, yeah, would that mean PSs too? Would that mean the CTO? Huh? And all the C's and whatever. Would that mean all the persons in different positions? I don't know how high they want to go or how low they want to come. Is that what it's gonna mean? So that the chief agricultural officer, he's a government official, he might end up on the list, and therefore his family members might end up on the list. Next thing you start to see some divorcing in here. Right? Everybody want to divorce their minister, husband or wife. Well, yeah, annoying. Die for you, you know. You annoying. If that thing work, annoying, you well, you see America for the last time already. You understand? Annoying. Well, you wouldn't mind. You and annoying wouldn't mind. Why she wouldn't mind? There shall be no more if 99 was 100 because that is in America. There shall be no more of that. So annoying will not mind, or should not mind if that happens. You know, having a visa is a nice thing. I have one. I travel when I could afford it. And I can't afford it. I keep me like a quiet. You understand? But if you know, it's a good thing I don't have family in government. I don't have no family in government, so I ain't in trouble in relation to that thing. But that is something that really and truly we have to look at and look at very carefully. People of Grenada, incompetence. That's what it speaks to. If you're incompetent, you know, when we voted, the majority of us voted for, listen carefully, the majority of us voted for the National Democratic Congress, and hence the reason that it got into office. Now you're realizing that you buy a nice Mercedes. Yeah, brand new Mercedes you buy. And you give your neighbor, so your neighbor could lend his son, so the son could learn to drive. That's what you're doing. Grenadians, that's what you did. You bought a brand new, you have your Mercedes, and you take it and you give it to someone to learn to drive. That ain't making sense? But you did it. So now we all have to take the pressures of misstatements here and misstatements there. There are other misstatements that will come back to haunt us. What? We ain't see what? And we ain't see nothing, I should put it this way, in relation to the Samoa agreement yet, We ain't see it. We start to see the tip of the iceberg in relation to that, because now we start to see what the government want to pass in relation to the children. Just now at 11 and 12-year-old, you can't talk to them, no. If you can't talk to them, then I guess the government building a big housing scheme to put them. Because if I can't speak to you, you ain't staying under my roof. So the government got to find housing. Maybe that's why they're holding back all the housing, because they know what they do.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every world.
Good morning, Grenada.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday.
Yeah, well, yes, Agriculture Thursday. So I'm supposed to be talking agriculture, but I couldn't miss that. I will revisit it again tomorrow, of course. And there's another topic that I refuse to let sleep. I refuse to let that one sleep. Carnival over, carnival done. Closure remains the same. Closure remains the same. We're drawing closer and closer and closer to school reopening. We're drawing closer and closer to that. How are we going to deal with the situation? Madam Minister, you finish jump up, you finish cuss your bad word. Time to focus on the closure situation. Word is, ever since the Prime Minister caused you to be up there when he went up there for himself, you have never been there, Madam Minister. You've never been back to ask anything about closure. While Dabrio bust in the posterior and the pockets to do so and help out some of the vulnerable people, bring a little thing for them so that they could, tide over. I'll put a salt here, I'll put a salt beef there, to put a flour here, a little goes a long way. Thank you, Alvin Dabrio. Miss James, where are you? Where are you in all of this? Huh? Come on. Come on. You need to show face, Miss James. Show that you care about the people in Cloger. The farmers need assistance to bring their produce to the market. Yeah? Come on. While you titivate and you jump up for carnival closure, people sit down with them out dry. There are those who could not have gone into Guave because they can't pass. It's a challenge to pass there, so you don't expect everyone to take that challenge. I don't talk about, okay, they rather pay transport to go in Guave. Forget it. Going to Guave will be more expensive than getting to Point Saline. Come on, people. People of Closure, you need to demand more from your representative. Word is, it's been said you didn't vote for her, so she ain't bothering about you. That's a joke. Now she has to bother. Now she has to bother. Miss James. Come on now. Visit the people, man. Put on your sneakers. Put on your sneakers. Head up. Or drive right around and come from the top, come from Belvedere, or come from the Bull area, come from somewhere. The people of Closure are depending on you, Madam Minister. Make that move right now, baby. Come on. Make that move right now. Don't waste the time. They need you. Closure people need you now more than ever. And as I said, I will not stop this conversation. Not until the people of Closure are able to make it through that mess. And then you almost learn and know. Before you do anything, investigate. Before you do anything, investigate. You cannot take a road and give a woman the contract and she ain't know nothing about road. No, not in Closure, somewhere else. She know nothing about road, but you take a contract and you give a woman to do a piece of road and she then subcontract it to somebody else. Watch, all you're doing thing, you know. Let me take a commercial break and come back here. 7:43, this is our time.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited, Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Too often, customers are counted but not valued, like mere numbers, statistics, transactions. But at Flow, we're prioritizing you, our valued customers who have been with us through every milestone, every moment. That's why we're putting our money where your loyalty is. Flow customers claim up to $400 in rewards for smartphones, groceries, and more when you add mobile to your current internet plan. Because loyalty isn't a one-way street. At Flow, loyalty flows both ways.
Expert nail technician wanted. Looking for a skilled nail artist who specializes in acrylic, gel nails, stunning nail art, and luxurious pedicures. If you can turn nails into masterpieces, I want you. Creative braider needed. Need a talented braider who can slay cornrows, locks, and braids, and all the latest styles. If your hands can work magic with hair, let's connect. Hit me up or WhatsApp me 403-4421. Let's create something amazing together.
You hear what going on August 16th?
Wait now, what happening?
Gracelyn, Ralph and Friends bringing the biggest Oil Down and Friends event to 535 East 19th Street between Newkirk and Ditmas.
Hey, Sailness, Oil Long Vibes and People, that is a whole Grenadian reunion right there.
So happy to see my neighbor happy to see me.
And it all kicks off at 12 noon and we go until you say when. Bring your belly and your best story cause it's old talk and laughter all day.
Tickets just $25. That's a steal for all that flavor and food.
Plus, it's for a beautiful cause. Bring your school supply donations for the children in Grenada. Let's help them head back to school ready and proud.
Call Gracelyn on 917-582-6406. Denny's at 347-538-6827. Maudlin at 347-463-4536. Or Sharon at 516-841-3996 to get your tickets or drop off your donation. Hey, August 16th, all you come for the food, stay for the vibes, and leave knowing you made a difference.
Oil Down and Friends, it's the lime you don't want to miss.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
When I'm getting ready for the road, I ensure to turn off the tap when I'm brushing my teeth and soaping up in the shower. These simple steps save gallons of water. A true masquerader saves water. And just so, already.
Save water.
School's calling, and Maya's Collections has the answer. Hey parents and students, the countdown is on. Maya's Collections in Sitez is your go-to spot for everything back to school. Uniforms, we've got them. St. Patrick Catholic School shirts, primary and preschool uniforms across St. Patrick, MacDonald College, St. Mark's and Montrose Secondary School uniforms, shirts, socks, vests and more. Need supplies? We're stocked with notebooks, exercise books, school bags, accessories and a whole lot more. Plus a wide variety of household items for the home. Got government or Grand Coda vouchers? Bring them in. We accept both. Find us on Main Street Sitez. Opening hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Call us at 449-6197. At Maya's Collection, style, supplies and savings all in one place. Come for the deals and stay for the vibes. Maya's Collection. We've got you.
Introducing Berger Travel On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost effective. Budget Roll-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea.
Welcome, listeners, to Did You Know, a 5-minute program from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. On this week's program, we continue to share the performance review of the GCCU in 2024 by the General Manager. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union realized an increase in members' term deposits and was able to pay 5% dividends for the period now under review.
We have maintained steady capital in the regulatory requirements, and as a result of the performance in the last year, at the conclusion of our meeting, we were able to propose and declare a 5% dividend both on common and on qualifying shares for the year in review 2024. So I am certain that members would be very much happy to know that we are able to declare a dividend, notwithstanding the pressures that we have seen in terms of our interest margins, the fact that, as I mentioned, that we have seen some rise in delinquency, which we are working on, and we have seen an increase in non-interest expenses, trends that we are currently working to turn around.
As the credit union reviews its performance for 2024, it is also using the opportunity to create strategies that will help combat worrying trends in the areas of risk and governance.
Currently, we have brought in a consultant from Dominica, a very experienced former banker, who is assisting us in terms of looking at some of the existing operating processes, whether it is credit, whether it is the card program, or other strategic initiatives that we are undertaking. And that gentleman is Mr. Lambert Lewis, and he is on assignment with us for a year. Because while we have done quite a bit over the years, we believe that the infusion of technology, we must now start looking at what next. What are the strategic drivers of growth for the years to come? How do we ensure that we have the support, the resources, the personnel, and we make the dynamic decisions to remain competitive as an institution?
Charles underscored the importance of an independent, experienced voice, providing professional guidance to the team.
We believe that there is quite a bit of merit in terms of having an independent outside thinker share their expertise with us as we continue to reshape what we're doing. So that also includes a lot of, as I said, risk. When we speak of risk, we're speaking of looking at our policy agenda and looking at ways and means that we can strengthen policies, look at how do we reduce and mitigate areas of risk, and to build capacity collectively, both with staff and also that of the management team.
We are due now for a break, more when we return.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us on this week's program, we continue to share the performance of the GCCU in 2024. Saying thank you to Foundation members is always an important part of the activities of the GCCU, and 2024 was no different.
One of the other major highlights of the AGM just concluded too was that of being able to recognize one of our stalwarts, Mr. Junior Noel. Members would know it has been part of our culture every year, the persons who have given their services to this institution over the years and have played a pivotal part in seeing what it has become today. We try to ensure that we recognize the contribution as a credit union. And this year, we were honored to recognize another of our living stalwarts, Mr. Junior Noel, who would have been another founding member. It was quite revealing to interview Mr. Noel, and to learn that when this institution was reactivated in 1984, they were having meetings by the old church, meeting on a Thursday afternoon and have a cook-up when Grenville, Osendanju would have been closed in half day on Thursdays, if persons remember that, and it was so revealing and refreshing, getting the stories from Junior as we have gotten from other members.
And that's it for this week. Next week, we continue to share excerpts of the General Manager's assessment of the GCCU's performance in the year now under review 2024. So until next week, I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
You hear what going on August 16th?
Wait now, what happening?
Gracelyn, Ralph and Friends bringing the biggest Oil Down and Friends event to 535 East 19th Street between Newkirk and Ditmas.
Hey, silliness! Oil Long vibes and people? That is a whole Grenadian reunion right there.
And it all kicks off at 12 noon and we going till you say when. Bring your belly and your best story cause it's old talk and laughter all day.
Tickets just $25. That's a steal for all that flavor and food.
Plus, it's for a beautiful cause. Bring your school supply donations for the children in Grenada. Let's help them head back to school ready and proud.
Call Gracelyn on 917-582-6406. Denny's at 347-538-6827. Maudlin at 347-463-4536 or Sharon at 516-841-3996 to get your tickets or drop off your donation. Hey, August 16th, all year. Come for the food, stay for the vibes, and leave knowing you made a difference.
Oil Down and Friends, it's the lime you don't want to miss.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Did you know by washing your hands with the tap running, you use gallons of water? Remember to turn off the tap while soaping your hands to save water. A carnival lover saves water.
Save water. Save water. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, identity or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
In projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Green Natives roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Hearts of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul, we strong like lava. On the air, our stories thrive. Agriculture keeps us alive. Real FM, where the roots go deep. Agriculture Thursday, we sow and
In an
reap.
industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Green Natives roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Hearts of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenada.
It's Agriculture Thursdays, Grenadian style, Grenadian vibes. Yeah, talk about other thing already. You didn't hear me talking then. I was speaking about other things. Yeah, because I was, how did I say it? I was alone. So if I'm alone, I'm allowed to. When I get companionship, then I have to do so and change. But when the master of agriculture gets here, his name is Bertrand. Good morning, Bertrand.
Morning, Andrew.
How are you this morning, Bertrand?
I'm doing fine, warm and easy.
Yeah, I'm okay too, Bertrand.
Realize that. I was listening to you this morning,
Yeah.
and I can tell when you are okay.
I'm not a government official, so my visa is not affected.
Oh, you're not at risk.
Not yet, I hope. I hope! Next thing they go and say something else. They just say all kind of thing and they'll put all of us in trouble.
You're a Donald man, don't bother.
Well, of course. You know, my brother Donald Trump understands.
I know.
He'd be like, oh, that's Andre, man. I know Andre very well. Let him come through. Yeah, they don't like it. But But what's your opinion on that anyway? You read the visa thing?
Yes,
What's your opinion
clip.
on it? What's your opinion on it? Oh, go on, I listen to you. I want to know what is your opinion on that particular issue as it relates to visa restriction.
Andre, I look at the bigger picture. I don't look at just the visa restriction per se as an individual thing. I am looking at the bigger picture. I think if somebody have an issue with someone, they should not tell another person or dictate to another person how you should deal with that person that you have issues with.
Say that in English. Say that in English, maybe, because you cannot mess me up there. I know
You get lost.
Yeah, I get lost at time. What did BJ say?
Okay, so then I will use simpler analogy.
Yeah.
Andre, if you and someone is not on terms, you shouldn't be telling another person, don't be on terms with that person, and put structures in place whereby you can deter that other person from being friend with the person that you and aren't getting along so well.
BJ, break it down so the man in the street can understand that.
If the mighty America have issues with Cuba, I don't think they should be dictating to us as to how we deal with Cuba. And basically put structures in place whereby they can deter, our activities with the Cuban government. I don't think the world is a more liberal place than that, and I think we need to be careful sometimes as to who we're taking the orders from. I know this is superpower.
Who are we taking orders from, BJ?
It seems as though we are taking.
Who are we taking orders from, BJ?
Who are we taking orders from?
Yeah.
We are taking orders, it seems as though, from everybody and everywhere. Our policy is not clearly defined. And I'm saying that we need to be careful with that. We need to set our policies and let the people buy into it. So when something like that was to happen, we stand the consequences. For example, Mr. Gonzalez would have said, hang on, take back your visa if you want. I'm not doing X, Y, and Z.
Right, he said that, eh? How come St. Vincent not included?
Well, probably there are other issues that we probably don't know about. I don't know.
Do you remember when Marco Rubio was in Jamaica?
Yes.
And you remember that St. Vincent went to Jamaica?
Yes.
Barbados went to Jamaica?
Uh-huh.
All the other countries went to Jamaica to meet with him?
Yes.
And we did not send anybody. And based on my thinking, the Prime Minister probably was on one of his Dubai trips. So you have issues. Everybody went there so they can meet with Marco and say, yo, Bridget, this is how we work in this thing. We probably could change it to do so and suit what you want. Let us know how we could work together. Grenada was a no-show. So if you ain't go, BJ, the first thing I said this morning, first thing I said in the program, if you know you don't bother, do it for the Bajan in the village. Do it for the Bajan.
But you can't get involved in superpower play. America is superpower.
You go.
And I also is of the opinion, not because you are a superpower. I mean, you can just hold your throat and, take the life out of us.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Oh gosh.
You understand? No. He could.
Yeah, that's what they.
If you big, you bad.
That's what they do. Mm-hmm.
Who are more oil fry more big?
That's true.
What you mean? If you are super normal, good morning, I'll sing Croy. If you are super poor, you can. If BJ, if you go there in the road and a Bajan do so and he grab somebody in the neck and he squeeze in, everybody balling police. Nobody don't make it a move. And then when the police coming on the road and they see which Bajan they do coming, they say Uncle are you?
That might be the sensible thing to do. You
but I'm telling you, so you dying there because the man squeezing your throat. With all of that, the man squeezing your throat. And you're saying, here's one thing we just say, there's unity in numbers or strength in numbers. That's a lie. And I'll tell you why that's a lie. Because that badge alone squeezing my throat. You have 40 people around. Nobody don't put in a hand. I thought he had strength in numbers. He alone. He alone squeezing the life out of me. BJ, what?
So you shouldn't think individually. You always need, move in a collective way.
Hence the reason why we should have gone Jamaica. Hence the reason why, BJ, we should have gone Jamaica. We did not go. And as my good friend Francis Spear, good morning, Francis, I believe you put it, Grenada lacked political tact.
All the aim saying things like that.
Yes, that's what they lack. How, BJ, you had to do so and understand, the two little sauce up that we stay in America, that ain't nothing. They could just say, we don't want it again, man. We'll take sauce up from Mexico and forget you. Yeah?
They couldn't do anything.
We'll jump up on ball. Oh, we are the best cocoa in the world. Okay, keep it and see what will happen now. See if you don't have any Cadbury chocolate still coming down here and sell. Come on, BJ. It's time for us to do so and understand. We have to do so and just be a part of the whole thing. We can't change nothing. Watch. I said it this morning, I will say it to you, BJ. You are from a period when Ronald Reagan, Maurice Bishop used to say anything you want about Ronald. And Ronald will say nothing,
Nope.
But when Ronald wanted to act,
He acted.
He acted, and that was the end of the story. With all the thing what Morris said. As soon as Ronald said, look, that shopping is not going on now in grade. Let me stop that. They blood up. Everything stopped. BJ running without gun. BJ you don't eat clothes. You don't underpants.
You're dissing me on the program like that.
That's what happened to BJ. Right? Now listen. Morris Bishop, Eugenia in arrest. Yeah. Tom Adams in arrest. Yard fall, all kind of thing now. Maggie Thatcher in arrest under Morris Bishop. Now those were the days. Here's what kept Morris Bishop alive. Those were the days when Lionel Brezhnev and them guys, they were in Russia. And they had a big say in the world. You understand? Those are the days. Those days stopped, BJ.
Yeah, the correlationship of forces in the world has changed. We're living in a different dispensation. Completely different.
That is why.
Didn't have to send military forces to change things if they want to change things in the Caribbean.
Minister Andal should have known that. He's the foreign affairs minister. He should have been in Jamaica on the airport waiting for Marco Rubio. But no. He and the guy, the big man.
No, and just sometimes we need to be careful as to the stand we take.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that, this is the right thing to do, not to go. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying that sometimes you can only earn your respect by making serious sacrifice. And probably time has come.
Respect? What respect do you want there?
Let me see. Give up the visa.
What?
And say, hang on, take it back if you want.
They have to come out now. No. Come out now and say, take it back. I want it. Take it back. I want it. They have to come out now to save face and to show them is the badge, and they had to come out and say, take it back. Take it back. I don't want it.
No. A US visa is important. It required a lot, in many countries,
BJ. BJ. Inexperience is a bad thing. Institutional knowledge, lack of it, is a bad thing. Knowing when to speak and knowing when to listen is an art.
That's true.
You understand that? It is time this government is, as I said earlier, a man have him brand new Mercedes. I'll add a little bit to it. Brand new Mercedes. He lives alone. On the other side of the road is his neighbor. Nice young daughter at 18. She want to learn to drive. He give the neighbor the Mercedes to go and teach her to drive. That making sense? Makes no sense. Because he want favors. Or you want optics. It's the same thing with this government, you know. Grenadians are nice country. We are nice country. We take it and we give them to practice.
But Andre, even beyond that, the Caribbean need to speak with one voice, huh? We have CARICOM, we have whatever, Commonwealth, we have this, we have that. We really need to come together, and when we're speaking on certain issues, we need to speak with one voice. In fact, we could have probably sent one person to meet with Marco Rubio and say, hang on, whatever that person says represent the whole lot of us. See? And if you have good friends around you, sometimes when they see you are doing something, you know, that is not in line, it's their duty as a friend to call you up and say, hang on, what it is, I haven't seen you there, you should be there.
According to what Michael Peters always say this way, I'm calling for the Cubans in prison to get a free and fair trial, or immediately release them. That's what Michael Pierre would say.
I heard him said so already.
I'm telling you, BJ, I love and respect the people of Cuba. Were it not for them, I more than likely probably would not be here today. They were able to do so and use their medical expertise so as to save my life. I am grateful, will forever be grateful. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to make a statement and say, well, take back your visa. I don't want you ready for doing the Cubans that. No. If I decide to go in Cuban now weekend, I better learn the language. In America, there is one language. Universal English.
America is a continent. You cannot give up a continent for an island. Simple like that.
There you go. There you go. So I you know, it's like you, BJ, you selling your bananas. You have food for your food land. You're selling for both of them and thing happening. Calico. Do something, BJ, one banana. BJ, what happened to you? I'm from the country just like you. How come you don't give me your bananas? BJ, don't tell him what me bananas ripening in tongue. Forget away. BJ is where you get more.
Well, yes, that's true.
It's where you get more.
Andre, I come to the realization in recent years that there is nothing rational about politics. It's an irrational science.
Explain again.
That cannot be explained. Only can be said. Yes, Andre. These don't follow no definite pattern, no definite format, no definite structure. The thing Mr. Donald might be able to do and get away with it, BJ can't even walk down that road. And we probably have the same agenda. Different time, different people,
no,
different
I am held by a different standard. No, I am held by a different standard than everybody else.
Than you?
Yeah. If I stay home to people, that is a problem. If I come out the road, that is a problem. I should stay in my house. Do you understand? So, right now, I'm afraid to even please my own self.
Oh, God.
No, that's how it is. Because people do so and they form the perception, Andre do good.
Well,
and no matter what you tell them, Andre do good. And
that might be a good thing.
I ain't say no more. BJ.
A whole heap of people they say Christ was a good man and they put him on a cross and nail him up. So probably better the people say you don't go. You might save yourself the crucifixion.
Somebody still thief a nail.
Was 4-0 there?
Yeah, 4-0 there. Somebody still thief a nail. You had to be 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 hand, 1 hand. Somebody thief a nail. That's why they put the foot crisscross.
Oh.
Remember, it's on a tree. No crossing in a tree.
Was a tree?
Yeah,
Okay.
The tree chunk big, you know. So that's a nail. Somebody thief a nail in the whole thing. One still thief a nail, time hard. Maybe the man where you have somebody to crucify that way, give the nail. I hope it's not me. But seriously, I honestly believe, and I'm scared that the government may make a misstatement again, another one, that could cost us dearly in agriculture. The little we get in. If Marco Rubio and them do something, they watch the thing and they say, hey, so green alone could import the sauce up thing, glad them! They clamp it in.
Like Andre, I know sometimes them say Peter have to pay for Paul.
Of course.
But I don't understand the logic, for example, in what might be happening in Palestine now, whereby a certain nation may say, hang on, you know something? No food cannot go in because of X, Y, and Z. And you're starving millions of people for the sake of a few. You know, I really don't understand the logics in that. A human life, you can't really put a value on it. And in Cuba, I'm not saying that all is well, but I have the opinion that there are countries that probably even worse than Cuba in terms of the human rights and whatever that was is the issue. And you and them are friends. So I don't understand the hypocritical nature as to how human beings do analyze things. Sometimes, you know, the yardstick they're using to measure, it changes. And sometimes sometimes they judge you based on your historical background. Well, you know, they did upset me once upon a time, so I pass in the harshest judgment I could. You know, that kind of thing. I guess Cuba upset America many times and continue to do so. Aye?
Didn't you know that? You love reggae?
Every good time.
If you live in a glass house.
Don't you stone.
You don't know.
Oh, gosh.
You don't know if
Yeah,
you
that's
live
true.
in a glass house. Don't throw stone. How could
you say egg have no place in Rockstone dance?
How could a responsible minister get up and say, well, take my visa?
You don't want to do that. You're going to need it, Andre.
You can say, hey, I don't believe what they're doing is the correct thing.
No.
However, you will expect, even if you don't speak as you're accustomed not speaking, however, you will expect the Prime Minister to address the situation nationally. But you and Andal, take my visa. I don't care.
I think that's the right approach.
I really and truly don't understand.
Well, the thing about that, Andre, looking at the infinite picture, taking a visa from a government official in Grenada can only hurt one person, the individual. And the country, maybe, because you may have a travel on behalf of the country. And you don't really want to do that because you're going to be needed to travel from time to time. And in a lot of cases, you have to pass through America to go in all places, you know. You have to go in Europe or somewhere. So?
I don't understand. No, they'll just lock you in a room. Yeah, if you got to pass
You have to go to Australia, you
Yeah,
have to
you
go to
just
US,
lock
or you have to go way England and try to boat from there. So,
BG just lock in everyone till your flight
no,
ready.
really, Andre, Trump is someone that
Careful.
President Trump is someone who, if he don't get things his way, the place mash up.
Well, duh. D for Donald, D for Damage, D for Detonate.
D for Andre too.
D for me, we. D for Andre. You could say what you want to do. You could say what you want.
Anyway, agriculture. What's new?
What's new in agriculture? Okay, it remains in the news that we have not heard from the Minister for Agriculture for maybe the past 6 months. That's new. That doesn't happen in Grenada.
Well, what's new? I met him Carnival Monday morning.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. You spoke?
We spoke.
How's he?
He's doing very well.
Great, wonderful.
I said, boss, you know, have your back.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I believe you. So?
You lie for him then?
No, have your back.
With what?
As
Don't
a
lie, don't smile like you're a Cheshire cat. Don't smile like you're a Cheshire cat.
As a human being, has his back. Shouldn't I? You see, Andre.
I ain't seen. Explain it to me.
I realize with Grenadians, and we probably head back to agriculture after I finish make this statement.
It's an agricultural statement you're making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realize that Grenadians, sometimes we see everything from a political angle, and we better cut that off. We see everything from a green and yellow standpoint, and we need to drop that.
You cannot mix the two. Listen why I'm saying you cannot mix the two. You should not. You could do anything when you're an adult. You should not mix the two. From a political standpoint and from a green and yellow standpoint, they're both different.
They're different, okay.
Politics is about people. Politics is about life.
Should be.
That's what it is about.
Should be.
You and your other people in them all, you interpret it how you want to interpret it. That is not what Chambers and Oxford and them say in the dictionary. Green and yellow, in the Grenada context, is NNP and NDC. This is not how it should be. Persons should be allowed to associate with who they want to associate. Whether it be green, whether it be yellow. There should be no discrimination in relation to association. And we know for a fact that a lot of people have been discriminated against because of their association. We're sitting inside a Real FM now.
I like the statement, there should not be any discrimination based on association. I kind of like that. Struggle to make that very sad statement when I started speaking about America and Cuba and Grenada. It's kind of strange how I struggle to speak and say things, and you can just come in and say it with one shot sentence.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, me.
Yeah, initially I was struggling. You make me, I said something initially, you said it's not English. I said something and you said you don't understand. I said something again. And all I needed to say was there shouldn't be any discrimination based on who you associate with. I like that.
Dr. Antoine is somewhere wrong. I ain't see him yet. I sent the link to him. Dr. Antoine? Dr. Antoine, are you there? I sent you the link. Not seeing you yet as yet. Should we send it again, BJ?
Yeah, Doc is,
He's a good guy.
Always a refreshing voice.
Let me send it back to him again. So we go to F as in Antoine. And yes. And send a second time. Yeah. Message sent a second time to him. So I hope he picks it up this time around. So what was Carnival like for you, bro?
Carnival was good, as always.
You did the Shockney thing as usual?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And which band did you play with?
La Poetry,
Did you dance?
as always.
So you're better than the Prime Minister, then you play and do dance.
No, man, we don't play those things for gimmicks.
Optics?
No.
Not for optics.
No, man.
Okay.
It's just part of our culture, just keeping it alive, our tradition.
Yeah, because I saw the Prime Minister and he walked me the cup. Somebody said he done nothing in the cup. I said, no, man, don't do the man that now. Andre, you done nothing in the cup. The cup just there for optics.
Why not? If walking around with an empty cup can get you some votes, why not do it?
But yeah, according to you, if walking around with an empty cup can get you some votes, do it. Okay, if you say so, you say so, BJ. If you say so, you say so. How did you see the carnival this year, though?
In terms of?
Grenada Carnival, how did you see it? Because you saw it from a perspective that I
How
never had. I have.
I saw it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't go to any show, so I couldn't follow up on that. From social media wise, some of them was well attended, and that was good. What a take from this carnival, Andre, and it meant everything to me. There was not any major violence. People did not go about and, you'd hear this killing and this, that, and I like that. Around the time people choose that opportunity to overdrink and, whatever, and, behave in a disorderly manner. I think people had fun, and that 2 days, over and out. And that's what it should be. I don't go into details too much. Overall, I pass and I see people having fun, and that in itself makes me happy. I like to see people have fun.
Okay. Oh, our brethren is there.
Oh, Doc?
Yeah, he's there,
okay.
man. He's there. I think, let me make sure that he's here. Well, wow. You're looking all spruce this morning. Let me see if I can bring him in. And let's add him to the stage. Yeah. Dr. Antoine, what are you eating this morning, Dr. Antoine? You look like you're eating something.
You want to know the truth? I already finished my breakfast. Let me turn off my radio. Sorry.
Yeah. Turn off your radio there, Dr. Antoine. See, Dr. Antoine.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already had my breakfast, so yeah, it was necessary. I didn't have a choice, but.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Good morning, BJ. Good morning, Comrade Andre. Good morning, fellow audience.
I know that is a deliberate thing you just did there. This Comrade Andre thing.
Yes. Your brother's okay?
Andre is there, holding on.
Nice
Won't let go, but holding on. I wasn't here last week because I had some things to take care of. That was pretty important, and so I was not able to make it last Thursday. I trust that Nabila did a good job with you guys.
Yes, we managed to get through, I think, successfully. BJ would probably say it, to the point where I get the impression that the discussion was fairly well received from a few feedbacks we had.
Well, that's it. Well, you see, it's a good thing to shift and shape. Get rid of the guy and then see what else you can do.
Maybe we have to discuss how we can handle this program independently next time, BJ. Give Andre a break in New York,
Well, that, yes, a break in New York, which is that is called for because of medical reasons. Can't do it right now because of financial reasons. But hey, be that as it may, outside of a break in New York, Sometimes you just need a break. You just need to just free up yourself. If you continue with the same routine all along, you become a slave to the routine.
Yes, not necessarily. So I don't think so.
Yeah, man, you become a slave to the routine. If I do and I'm waking up every morning, 5 o'clock every morning to do sun, come to work, and be at work for 5:30 every morning. Before you know it, I do these things like a zombie.
Not really. If in the process you're constantly thinking of new ideas, new schemes, new mechanisms, it wouldn't be zombified, you know.
You can't think about new things if you don't get a new feeling. And a new feeling, a new vibe, Dr. Entwine, can only be acquired when you are no longer immersed in the same monotony. Whoa, I sound intelligent. You just had to say yes. Don't even say anything else. For me and all, I sound intelligent. I sound like that is not Andre.
No, BG, I'm sure BG would agree with you. You know?
That he ain't agreeing at all. He ain't saying nothing.
Listening to you, Andre, widening my vocabulary.
Yeah. So how you doing, Doc?
I've been doing my utmost trying to keep things alive and afloat and going, you know, working as we say sometimes, just as you've been doing, working very hard as usual, which is part of which is part of the routine, Andre.
Part of the routine. Part
Yes.
of the routine.
We see not a day without the hard struggle, BJ, Andre,
Mm-hmm.
and so a luta continua.
Watch. Be careful how you seeing this thing in them.
Well,
You hear people losing their visa rights for
these,
thing.
these are all motivational expressions designed to quote unquote inspire the spirit, Andre, and so you wouldn't be stuck and enslaved by that routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So agriculturally, I was saying earlier on, and comment on this for me, please. I was saying to BJ earlier on, because he asked me what's new in agriculture, and I said to him, what's new in agriculture has to do with the fact that over 6 months now, we have not heard from the Minister of Agriculture. Am I correct?
6 months that would take us back to March.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so we heard from him after March.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I know they've been doing a number of things in terms of quote unquote stuff donated to the Ministry of Agriculture. You know, be it at Maribo or be it somewhere in St. George's. They've had a number of seminars, conferences.
Okay.
And the last thing I learned, which I kind of question highly, is some arrangement or MOU or whatever it was arranged between the ambassador, I think it is, and financed by some African institution designed to quote unquote bring here aquaculture and something else. I don't remember the other thing. The thing that bothered me about that aquaculture project is the fact that recently our government expressed solidarity to the Palestinian people. But somehow we're going ahead and do some aquaculture project that will be undertaken by some Israeli organization.
No.
I'll send you the clip when I get a chance, but you have to listen to it up to a certain point, from a certain point. I'll send it to you later.
But
Yes,
this is crazy, Doc.
Well, you know, like I.
But it goes back to what I was saying this morning. Lack of institutional knowledge, inexperience, but you know what's causing all of this? The fact that the government refuses to speak publicly to things.
Okay.
Because we don't have press conferences. We had the last press conference we had in relation to, it was in relation to the party. And it was Lon saying that this is going to be a regular thing for the party based on their third year in office or whatever. So it was blah, blah, blah. And after they ran into problems in speaking with Jenny Simon, after they ran into problems speaking to Jenny, then they realized, no, we can't do so and go out and face the media anymore. So let us do so and cancel it. So we don't have press conferences, and we are in the need to know status. That's what the Prime Minister said. We'll have press conferences when Grenada needs to know. And all these things are happening, and not even his ministers know about anything that's really and truly taking place. Hence the reason why you'll see a blunder like this. Because if you are in solidarity with the people of in the Gaza, if you're in solidarity with these people, Israel didn't want to hear nothing from you, you know.
Well,
And they have to understand that.
I think I sent you the clip, but it should be somewhere after 21 minutes within the video. So if you take a listen later on, you'd understand the point I'm trying to make there.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. The long and short, though, Andre, the truth be told, from an agricultural perspective, if aquaculture is of importance to us, and I think it is highly possible, highly potential, and highly necessary, if you ask me, I see no reason why we couldn't tap our regional resources and personnel to get that project like that going. In fact, almost all our territories in the Caribbean should have major agricultural aquaculture farms going, so as to probably specializing in various types of aquatic species. But the long and short is, yes, we have a huge potential for doing some aquatic farming of our various commercial fish species.
Well, I believe the only reason why we don't have the fishes is because the appetite for it at the Grenadian level is not as expansive. No, hear my words I'm using today, Doc. I ain't there in the little like thing word. Expansive, you know, that's another word, right? All right. So in any event, our diet for the fish is not as expansive as it should be, and we have not found a market for it.
Well,
and that I believe killed out the whole aspect of it. I don't believe we got into it. I think it was the Taiwanese that got us into it. The Taiwanese got us into it, and it was, new thing, grow fish in your garden. No one sat down and planned this thing properly, Doc. And hence the reason why, whoosh, no fishing garden again, not even blogger or growing in the garden. You know,
But isn't that why we've been emphasizing, quote unquote, the importance and the necessity for a strategic plan for our agricultural sector? And that would include, of course, the aquatic sector as well, or fisheries. But overall, we need a master plan for our economic development. Let me just give you a classical factor that holds back our economy. Imagine 51 years of being independent, yeah? And here we have trying to build an economy on the same framework we've inherited way back in the 1950s. We still do not have a national transportation service that provides ready transportation for workers coming from the south going to the north, or from the north going to the south.
Just put it plainly, Doc. Workers that deal with agriculture, we don't have transportation for them.
Well, that's another case. So imagine I want to sell my nutmegs, right? I have to go wait. I don't know how long, maybe an hour, 2 hours, depending on the time I get to the quote unquote junction or the bus. And then while waiting, time goes by, which is in essence loss of production. Because while waiting, I could have been producing in the field as opposed to waiting for a bus to go sell my nutmegs. We used to be able to just walk down the road, sell our nutmegs, and get back into the field the same day, Andre. We used to sell nutmegs even on Saturdays. Now we're told we have to sell nutmegs 3 times a week.
We have a set of strong young men. who are very intelligent. And we're looking at jobs to give people. In the peak of the nutmeg season, you have a man having to leave let's say he has to leave as far as Got. You know where Got is, right, Doc? He has to leave as far as Got and come down to Hermitage with a bag of nutmegs to sell his nutmegs. why can't we have a timetable for the gut farmers not to do so and transport them, but to transport their nutmegs and their cocoa to the receiving stations? All they need to do is to mark their name on it. We have some strong young men who like to go in the gym. That is part of their gym thing. They load it up onto the pickup. Driver takes it down, and you have a timetable so people know when the vehicle is going to pass. So they make ready their nutmeg, put it there. Strong young men, two of them in the back of the truck. They lift it, put it up, drop it down. You may even want to say to the owner of the nutmegs that it will cost you $5 per bag. If you put it that way, it'll cost you $5 per bag. So there's something coming in still. Nutmeg goes there, the farmer takes a bus, he gets there, his nutmegs are there. Sells his nutmeg, gets back to his farm. He does not have to sit by the side of the road, and when the bus come, 3 farmers picked up the bus before him, so they don't have space for his nutmegs.
You see, what you're describing, Andre, is symptomatic of the fact that we are in an economy and a sector where there is not a specific and developed plan for the sector.
Well, you see, the problem is you and BJ, that's the problem, I'll point it and I'll explain. You and BJ, the problem, and because you all sat by and allow them to select the senator don't work. That's BJ partner. You all sat by and allow the farmers to select senator don't work.
Well, let me be
who
honest,
is, of
Andre.
course, in case people wondering who is senator don't work, is Senator Roderick Sinclair. He does nothing. He sits in parliament and laughs his jolly old self and shaking, and I'm not disrespecting the gentleman, shaking all over and laughing his jolly old self and trying to give jokes. He and is Paul Keynes Douglas and the other guy from St. Vincent, I don't remember his name, I think he died now. These 2 stand-up comedians, that will be Senator Roderick Sinclair and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Joseph Handel. Every time they go in thing, they have to do so and start off by giving joke. Like, okay, it's a comedy show, so let me start off by giving joke. Y'all selected elected Joseph Handel, and if that wasn't worse, y'all went and select Senator Don't Work. And that's BJ partner, and BJ know he doesn't work, but BJ still defending him. I can't understand that. Corruption there, BJ. That's corruption. You didn't say nothing, no?
Oh, I saw Sinclair Carnival Monday morning.
Oh, you did? You see?
A long chat.
About what? He could talk about anything?
Agriculture.
What?
How much you're interested in the sector.
How much what?
How much he's interested in
him?
Yeah.
Lord God have mercy.
Well,
Roderick Sinclair. Yes, go ahead, Doc.
You see, one of the things I observe here in Grenada is frequently when selections and elections and things like that, appointments have to be made, they don't always make sure, or they do not have a mechanism in place to ensure the majority of the farmers are, first of all, informed and made aware of whatever is in process. And then secondly, they make deliberate attempts to ensure certain personnel gets excluded. So they ensure that you're not aware of A, B, or C. And that's a deliberate policy on part of some of the guys involved in the decision making. So yeah, I never have been aware of how they go about selecting, quote unquote, the senator for agriculture. And the farmers never aware of how the choice is made.
Yeah, the farmers are aware. The farmers are aware. The farmers are aware.
Which farmers are you talking about? Maybe those in your studio there.
Exactly. Exactly.
But those are outside of your studio, not aware of it.
BJ is aware. BJ voted for Senator Don't Walk in. BJ voted for him.
that was meant to be a joke in this case.
But no, I'm telling you, Doc, BJ.
Andre can't vote when you wasn't present.
Oh, you didn't vote for him this time?
Andre.
But the time before that,
No.
that's his second term.
Yes.
You didn't vote, but you supported it.
I supported what?
Him being senator.
Andre.
Did you support it?
Andre, you need to listen.
I'm listening.
Get this absolutely clear. And this is a national statement. If I'm not in support of something, nobody, you heard it 3 times?
Say it again.
No, 3 is enough.
Oh, okay.
Can make me, all right, do something that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned,
I agree.
the process in which they are selecting or electing senators is a flawed process. And because it is a flawed process, I never partake in any of this election or never been present at any of those so-called process that they have to select or elect a senator.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out here.
Because the field is already set before you go to play the game.
But I'm trying to figure out here.
Andre,
weren't you the same person that told me you support Roderick Sinclair?
As far as I'm concerned, I like Roderick, and as
you
far
like
as,
him?
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned,
You do a good job.
as far as I concerned, Andre, I have no doubt that Roderick have the ability to do a good job as a senator, and so is you. I'm sure he has the ability, and so is Skipper, who we had, and so is you. I'm sure have the ability to do a good job as a senator.
That's right. BJ is a trip. BJ is a serious trip. BJ is saying, hold on, BJ is saying that Roderick Sinclair
has the ability.
Yeah. Are you crazy?
No.
For 2 terms, he's done nothing, and you say he has the ability? So
Yes.
where the ability gone for 2 terms, not one,
Maybe some politician must curb the ability.
He never. What? Let me tell you something. If it's one thing, Kid Cloud needs to make noise. Roderick never make noise, If you could say one thing about Kid Clouden is that Skipper make noise and Skipper does something. Skipper would support something that people say, what the hell is Skipper supporting for? And they go in and check. Roderick has supported nothing. He has done nothing. And he continues to do nothing.
As his Skipper put some duct tape over his mouth.
Yes.
And still try to speak,
Roderick should do so and put 2 sets of duct tape on his mouth. He should what? First, he should duct tape. He should duct tape his hands so that he is not able to write. The guy's a failure. Dr. Antoine, sorry.
That's okay. I was hoping that we can pick up from where we left off last week, BG.
Okay.
You realize my man derailed us long time.
I ain't derail anything. I mean, if y'all
Andre
did not tell me, so I.
No, but Andre, trust me.
What?
Let's face it. Sometimes you have good people who you know. You and Sinclair been to school together, and I'm sure you know.
I know you do good.
No, I think you know intellectually. Sinclair is capable. Andre, you cannot tell me Sinclair. All right. I think Sinclair has his master's.
It's possible.
Yeah, I think so by now. Yeah. And you're telling me that he's not capable of.
I don't even have a bachelor's.
Are you comparing you and him?
No, I'm just telling you. You say you're master's.
Yes, and as far as I'm concerned, sometimes a lot of us with good intention get involved in certain things and politics creep in, and we become a different person altogether. I've seen it happen all the time.
Thank you very much for saying that Sinclair's hindrance has been politics.
It's quite possible.
Not possible, it is. That is why he has done nothing in 2 terms. What? Kid Clouden can claim that he tape him out. Sinclair can't claim anything, Somebody say, and a lady, she say, BJ, you're tripping. You real tripping, serious. Doc, you there? We're going to take a commercial break now, and we are going to come back after we've got news that's going to come up in about 3 minutes or so. But you guys spoke about. I derailed you from last week. I don't know your conversation because I was not able to listen. What was your conversation? We can come back with it after the news. What was it about? Let me see if I can get my mind in gear.
Basically, we were discussing the issue of emancipation.
Oh.
And the fact that it has
That.
reals, part of which was the issue of the economic aspect of emancipation and how we could move forward, coming up with some basic principles.
Oh, y'all could discuss the economic. Oh, yeah, you could because emancipation kill agriculture in.
No. Hold on.
No. You didn't hear what I'm saying. Hold on. Emancipation kill agriculture in this year in St. Andrew and in Carriacou. Emancipation kill agriculture because people would have been living down here with produce to go up and sell for regatta, and there was no regatta. People would have been getting ready to do so and handle stuff for Rainbow City Festival. There was no Rainbow City Festival, as far as I'm concerned. Do you understand? So yes, we could discuss the negative impact. That is what I will discuss. You discuss otherwise. You and BJ.
We discuss the more positive aspects. Sorry, we discuss way forward.
The negative impact doesn't mean that it isn't positive, you know.
Well, no, of course. One of the points we made was, okay, if you want to move forward, you need to know where you're coming from. You need to know where you're putting your next foot, and you also need to ensure you know where you're heading.
That is why we need to get rid of Sinclair.
That's why you need to give Sinclair a little more time.
What?
All right.
BJ, let me tell you something. If I'm going to ask people to vote for you, and you're going to win your seat, and you will go and say that you support Roderick Sinclair for a third term.
Fire.
No, not fire. I have to organize to unalive you.
Crime scene.
I don't know if it's a crime scene. BJ, you crazy? You honestly gonna put Roderick back there? No. So wait now. So Francis Antoine dead? Yeah?
Andre.
What?
Francis the one that.
Who say?
He told me so.
No. He tell me he wanted. Look
he
at
told,
him.
No, he told me he want to be my advisor, so I don't see how he can hold that position.
Wait, no, you want? I thought you say you want me for your advisor.
Andre,
well,
the best I don't go nowhere. No,
well, yeah, best you ain't go nowhere. You understand? Yeah, best you ain't go nowhere because I gonna do so. I will cause you not to trip. And I know you like trip based on what the person saying. You like.
Say I like Sinclair.
Yeah, like Sinclair. Of all the persons in the world, you know, Roderick Sinclair, you must be mad. No,
Sinclair like a time.
No, man, Roderick don't good.
You don't good.
No.
Okay.
No.
I thought you and Roderick go to the same school. Roderick was telling me, BJ, why is it that Andre don't like me?
Don't like him?
That's what he told me. He asked me. I said, well, I don't really know, you know. He said, but I met him man several times and he can't come up with a reason, but he seems to always, you know.
I respect him as an individual.
And so he went to the same school, yo.
Hold on, I respect him as an individual. As a student of the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School, hey, I will defend him to the hilt. But you're good for agriculture. How could Dusan defend that?
We can't defend.
No, no. If you do so and you start to talk something else about Roderick Sinclair,
you're defending that.
I come in at you.
Okay. But not senator and
agriculture. They could make him a senator, but not agriculture. Okay. He has done nothing. Nothing at all. Kid Cloud and at least tape him out. So you don't talk. Roger talking and he don't say nothing. You understand? You're only grumbling and trying to give jokes. And he handle.
Andre, could
yes,
I
sir.
just intercede with a simple question here?
You want to ask me a question?
Well, I want to ask the panel a question, you know. How could you expect that somebody coming from a defunct institution to which he belonged for many years to shine and perform in another institution and
A
expecting
defunct institution, by that you mean?
Marketing board.
I don't know. By that you mean what?
I mean the marketing board that he once managed or was manager or something of the sort.
No. Well, he
General.
held a managerial position in marketing board, which had to do with sales and marketing.
Well, yeah, to a managerial position,
Yes,
right?
a managerial
Right.
position.
And was he able to make any significant contribution so as to ensure the longevity of that institution?
Well, and he working in what they call it still? He don't work in GCNA still?
Well, isn't that why GCNA is struggling also? You can't put a
And BJ and them supporting him for Senator of Agriculture,
you cannot put somebody who failed in a particular area and expect him to succeed in another area that related similar to the area he's coming from. Come on, let's be logical.
Guys, let's be logical and take the news, and we'll come right back.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by Triple N. The details when I return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back locally. The Ministry of Finance is taking its services to the people with a special finance on the Go City pop-up this Thursday, August 15th at the Esplanade Mall courtyard. Starting at 12 noon, the event will blend information and entertainment featuring cultural performances, live music, and a DJ, while all providing the public with important financial knowledge. In the region, Barbados' Minister of Home Affairs and Information, Wilfred Abrams, says the region can no longer afford to learn after the fact when it comes to disaster response.
Imagine if we knew what to expect and what to prepare for before they happen, which is why I think your SEDMED project is critical. As with everything else, we have to know what we are going to do before it happens. That's the best way. Bajans say prevention is better than quick cure. They say a stitch in time saves 9. We have all sorts of sayings and euphemisms to say be as ready as you can be. So rather than us chasing after a hurricane, when we think of a hurricane, we think of a disaster, we think of the immediate things, houses blown down, flooding, whatnot. But when all that is cleared up, or as long as it takes to clear up, then other things emerge. I want to completely congratulate Ross University. You've come to Barbados and you've made your impact felt. You're not just an overseas school operating in Barbados. You have definitely become a good corporate citizen. You've definitely spread your wings to make your impact felt. You've done the outreach programs I know that you've done with pressure testing and other things in the communities. So I welcome this as another initiative by what I consider a true Barbadian partner.
And in sports, at the start of this year, many wondered when Venus Williams would announce her retirement. Now she's set to grace her home Grand Slam tournament for a record-extending 25th time. Williams is set to become the oldest U.S. Open singles player in 44 years after being given a wild card for Flushing Meadows. Earlier this season, Williams became considered an inactive player, having gone a whole year without competing. This ends the latest news update as produced by Triple N. I am your presenter, Maxine Antoine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
When I'm getting ready for the road, I ensure to turn off the tap when I'm brushing my teeth and soaping up in the shower. These simple steps save gallons of water. A true masquerader saves water. And just so, already.
You hear what going on August 16th?
Wait now, what happening?
Graceland, Ralph and Friends bringing the biggest Oil Down and Friends event to 535 East 19th Street between Newkirk and Ditmas.
Hey, Sailness, Oil Long Vibes and People. That's a whole Grenadian reunion right there.
So happy to see my neighbor, whenever happy to see me.
And it all kicks off at 12 noon and we go until you say when. Bring your belly and your best story because it's old talk and laughter all day.
Tickets just $25. That's a steal for all that flavor and food.
Plus, it's for a beautiful cause. Bring your school supply donations for the children in Grenada. Let's help them head back to school ready and proud.
Call Graceland on 917-582-6406. Denny's at 347-538-6827. Maudlin at 347-463-4536 or Sharon at 516-841-3996 to get your tickets or drop off your donation. Hey, August 16th, all year. Come for the food, stay for the vibes, and leave knowing you made a difference.
Oil Down and Friends, it's the lime you don't want to miss.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent textured design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective. Berger Travel-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern...
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we're growing real.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting vine in every row, Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana nutmeg feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, part of the land.
Grow real and grow Grenada. Let's do it. It's Agriculture Thursday into our final hour. It's 8 minutes after the 9 o'clock. Andre Donald together with Bertrand John. And of course, we still do have the expertise of Dr. Entwine, but I'm looking at his screen here and he has not returned as yet. I guess he's gone to replenish himself with a cup of coffee or maybe a cup of, what's the best local herb that we have, BJ, that one can get a cup of?
The best. So you consider the best. I know dark.
Okay, I could.
I know.
You want me to tell you? Huh?
I said I know dark is a lover
No.
of cocoa, chocolate.
Oh, that's no. I'm talking herbs.
I don't know.
If you want me to explain what I mean by best?
Yeah,
As
best.
long as it's not Roger Sinclair. So you could call anything.
Any other thing?
Black sage. Anything. Lemongrass, anything. Man better man, anything. Not Roger.
Not Roger.
No. And you must tell him, you must tell him that the reason why Andre is not supporting you is because you don't do anything.
Roger is listening now.
He's listening? He must call one day. Call one day, Roderick, and list 5 things that you have done in this year, your 8th year, 7th or 8th year as a senator? List 5 things. So I give you 1 per year. So even if you're in your 6th year, is a year and something, I give you. You've not done anything. How could you? How could you do so and go to represent farmers? Yeah? You go there to represent farmers. And at the end of the day, you've done nothing 1 term. And you can't tell me it is because, when you tell me it's because of politics here, the tribalism politics, I kind of drift. I tell you why I drift. So who is he supportive of? Because he served the first term with the New National Party. Yeah?
Yeah.
He's serving the 2nd term. He's into 3 years in the 2nd term with the National Democratic Congress. And he still hasn't done anything. The guy is always, I wouldn't say he's always that time. The hopeless case. Yes, I know you want to talk. Go ahead, Dr. Antoine. You want to talk?
Yeah.
You want to talk. What do you want to tell me?
Well, they say if I tip it up with duct tape, then I could say something.
Yeah, you could say something.
I wanted to raise the question of how we talk every year of emancipation, and yet for all we have not followed through to ensure we emancipated ourselves, not economically, not socially, not politically. And
Doc, you have a caller. Let's take the caller. Stick your pin. Take the caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you all, gentlemen.
It's Mr. Clifford. Mr. Bridgman, good morning, sir.
Once is agriculture.
Yeah.
And BJ there. I have tweeted him.
Yeah. And Dr. Antoine, you're not saying hello?
I don't. Yeah. Oh yes, I will be saying hello to him, Dr. Antoine. But I will hit. I hit BJ because BJ has opened himself for the leaks already.
Okay.
Right. In terms of Mr. Sinclair, first of all, I personally believe Mr. Sinclair means well for agriculture. I believe he has made a wonderful contribution in the parliament, but he don't get things going because agriculture seems to be not going anywhere. So but
blame him?
Huh?
Blame him?
Well, we have to blame him, but still, he's only one person. When he speaks in the Senate, if you get the other senators not to follow you, then you can reach anyway. So because this government have not declared a direct policy for agriculture. And we keep saying that all the time, and we have to first of all declare what your aim for this year in agriculture.
There's a question for you, Cliff. Has Senator Sinclair ever told population that the government does not have an agricultural policy?
No, I can't say he told the population.
All right,
that.
so he's a failure.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that. That's one of his opinion. I have heard him make contribution with reasonable contribution, but I say that sometimes when you alone speak on a matter and you don't get support, the government doesn't have a policy telling us, okay, we brought in cows, we brought in this, but in 100 years we expect that. What are the improvement of them? How many acres of land that you want to get under? What cultivation? From what areas you start in? How many farmers have you selected? And whatnot. These are the things that we want to hear from the government. And then Senator Sinclair could voice his opinion or support. So I would not just say that he's not willing, but I'm not seeing a direction. I'm not hearing a direction as to where agriculture is going. That is a concern of myself. I really think we ought to know how many farmers, how many acres of land that is empty, how many acres of land that we want to put back under agriculture. What are the crops that we really want to put in agriculture? Who are the people that you're targeting? What are where the market's coming from? Who is the market? Who is finding the market? What is happening to marketing board? Would it be changed for good? Would it be stagnant for good? Those are the things. So perhaps we could put those questions to Mr. Sinclair, and if he failed them, then let's call him a failure.
Okay.
So that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Mr. Andre, if you could just give me 1 minute to make one statement concerning personality.
Concerning what?
My personal. I have a brother that died, and he'll be buried on Wednesday next week.
Okay.
And we are trying to organize. So I just want to let the people who are listening to this radio know that the bus will leave Gob at 11:30 on Wednesday next week, Wednesday the 20th, for the Catholic church in St. Andrews. Catholic church in St. Andrews.
Okay.
Right?
Cliff?
So anybody, the people that want to go to the funeral, we have to meet the bus at Loreto, Guava State, Douglaston, and Market Square.
Or is there a general area where the bus is going to be, or is it going to pass through all these villages?
Yeah, passing through those areas.
Okay.
Passing through those areas to collect people at 11:30 for the latest.
You driving up there? You driving your car?
No, we going up with a bus.
Oh, I thought you were driving your car.
No.
No, okay.
You find another place is so good?
Well, come like Clifford, you know. The only place you don't know Clifford is hell, you know. You don't know down there. You know.
I don't intend to know there.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. The only place you don't know is hell. You know.
I wouldn't be going to hell.
Well, that is what I know. So that is the only place you don't know. Everything you know.
Yeah, so as for BJ's side, BJ, you are a prospected candidate for for the NMP and perhaps agriculture minister. You must tell us now what you would do with your portfolio if getting there, so that we could hold you responsible as we try to hold others.
But BJ, I agree to.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I agree to that. The present minister of agriculture doesn't mean much. He talks. He could talk, but how he talk, he don't mean much.
Okay. Well, with BJ's situation, that would have to be. It is not a statement that BJ can come out now and say, "Okay, fine, I will do this. I will not do this, and whatever." It has to be a statement a collective statement.
No, it could be a policy. It could be a policy statement for me.
Yes, but it has to be what they.
Directly.
Yeah, so it's not something that he can do to you. He can't do it this for you at this time.
No, I don't expect him to do
okay,
not
good.
right now.
Okay, good.
He tell us his policy, so we could contract his policy with the present policy.
I could tell you one thing that he will not do. He will not plant watermelons.
You will sell it?
No, he told me he ain't planting watermelon again. He doesn't make enough money for him. He told me that.
Well, the other thing that make money.
Yeah. He will continue to write bananas. That making money. Speaking of which, as I said, bananas here, we got to get back to the emancipation during Dr. Antoine. But hold on, BJ. Have you ever thought, because the people of Cloger at this time are having that sort of a problem, have you thought of probably going into Cloger and purchasing green bananas?
Andre, you're always purchasing bananas from Cloger.
Also, right now you purchasing
always?
still?
Yes.
Are they bringing it out to you, or you're going in to
Truck
get it?
can go to get it.
Oh, you have a truck going in to get it? Okay, so you take care of quite a bit of the bananas.
Yes.
All right, and do you have any? Well, the route that you're using.
Pass on the St. Andrews side.
Yeah, was that the route you used?
I always
before?
use that route.
So it's no inconvenience
no
to
inconvenience.
you. And you have not had any problems being in there collecting at this time?
Not at this time.
Okay, good. Doc, back to you, Emancipation.
Yeah, I was trying to point out that we as a people, we have not taken time off to understand exactly what it means to us. But before I continue, let me just express my sympathies to Mr. Clifford.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
passing
yeah,
of
we
his
do.
brother.
I join with you.
Yeah, and I hope some of us can attend his brother's funeral next week Wednesday in St. Andrews. In any case, the idea of emancipation is something we seem not to fully appreciate in terms of the magnitude of that mere act, of being quote unquote no longer enslaved. But yet, for all, we continue with a mental enslavement that make us seem to think that we're continually, perennially dependent on others to tell us what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. And so that's part of the mental enslavement that Bob Marley, in his great philosophical song, said we need to free ourselves of. And what I tried to do was, or I tried to do last week, BJ and I, was to try and highlight the fact that there are different aspects of emancipation. We have the mental enslavement, or the mental, emancipation that needs to occur within ourselves. We also need to have some degree of economic emancipation because we still, literally tied by the mere fact that our food, most important aspect of our life, food, dependent on most of it is still imported. And that's a serious issue. So we cannot be talking about emancipation when we continue to depend on external sources for our very basic livelihood. And then thirdly, as a people, we have lost that collective spirit that once used to keep us together, walking in each other's interest, in the collective interest of our people. And that's part of the social aspect of the emancipation. We need to continue growing. Because in essence, it was that social aspect of the emancipation, of the process of fighting, that kept us together to achieve the emancipation struggles that were successful over in the many years before. The long and short is that the people, we still do not understand what emancipation is and how we as a people need to continue the process of freeing ourselves from all the ties that keep us bound mentally, economically, and socially.
Doc, I'm happy you made that last statement there as it relates to us knowing what emancipation means. Because I made the statement, I think it was sometime last week. I made the statement that we have not been educated. We just following through, and basically know what we're following through on is we get a public holiday. All right, and then I see clippings of the members of this administration led by the prime minister, and so in Grenville, they're dancing and I seen jab jab and shot me and whatever, and I'm like, but hold on, how come this? As a matter of fact, I spoke to a gentleman who will remain nameless, but a known NDC supporter. We're very good friends, and I said, "What I'm telling you, man, with this jab jab and shot me and whatever," he say, "Andre, that is how the slaves are free." So I look at him and I say, "Partner, is something wrong with you?" I said, "When the slaves were free, they didn't even have money to buy snow ice. Where they getting that cloth on them to make shot in the clothes?" I said, "What stupid you talking?" I said, "Man, think about this thing now, man." I say, what you're saying here makes absolutely no sense. Oh yeah, the slaves and them they use tar to put. I say, but nah, it didn't petrol yet. The road was dirt, so if anything, they had to be in mud. Education, Dr. Entwine, education is necessary. And when the prime minister made the decision together with his cabinet to change from recognizing, and that is what people have to understand. We need to recognize emancipation, not necessarily celebrate it because we don't know what you're celebrating. Until we get to the time when we know what we're celebrating, then we celebrate. But right now is to recognize that there was emancipation. And emancipation from what? Once we do that, we are on the road. So I thought the prime minister, recognizing the day to say, hey, let us begin the process of education at this time so that in 5 years, in 5 years, we will be at a stage where the person who was in kindergarten, that person would will be in 5 years, that person might be 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. At least that person going forward knows what is emancipation and will be in a position to decide what he or she should do with emancipation. We have a caller. Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Good day, gentlemen. How are you?
Not too bad.
I somewhat agree with what you're saying. To the extent that I don't think that we recognize ourselves as a people. I don't think we identify as melanated people. If you look at the dress code of the females per se, they gravitate to a European look. The method on which we govern ourselves or give credit to that, it's like everything is whitewashed. So the true essence of emancipation, I don't think could be realized if it is that we don't know ourselves as a people, if we don't respect ourselves as a people. I just want to segue a bit from that in terms of the agriculture thing, Mr. BJ. I think you should still plant watermelon. The watermelon seed as an extract, it costs. Yeah, it's a byproduct we could market. So I think maybe you should venture into getting the byproducts and just like a cold press machine or something like that, so you could extract the oils. And yeah, we could definitely have some other products on the market. Something I was highlighting in a comment in terms of the farmers that having problems cultivating the lands. Do you think a program like community farming could be introduced? Now, if we collectively decide to work as a people to create that emancipation state of mind and that energy, we all benefit from it. Now, what a result that happens is that the supermarkets and stuff that charges us those exorbitant prices, they have to reconsider their marketing scheme, their marketing policies, what they supply to the people, to the natives. So in terms of the true embodiment of emancipation, I have a rebellious or a revolutionary nature to it. And I think we as the people need to make the change and the conscious effort to work collectively to build. And hence we have or we get the powers that be to actually change, because they don't listen to us. So apart from us adapting action to create that revolutionary state, that emancipation mentality, we would not get that change. Right? I'm sorry.
No, I said okay.
If
I'm
you don't
listening.
hurt anybody, you don't get anybody uptight or feeling anyway. But that's what I feel about it. We are looking for saviors and we're not trying to save ourselves. And I think that's a big issue.
I think here is where, for example,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, bro. Yes, Dr. Antoine.
yeah, I think here is where, like Barbados, I understand they have a season of emancipation. But I would like to think that if that season exists, I trust and I hope it's a season of educating the people of the true meanings of emancipation. Because we celebrate, yes, we recognize a specific date at which slavery was abolished once and for all. But what we've not been able to do is to get out of that enslaved status that basically said we're dependent on someone for our food, we're dependent on someone for our clothing, and even worse, now that we've supposedly are in control of our own destiny, we still depend on others to tell us how we move forward to achieve what they decide is our destiny. So the issue of emancipation needs to be discussed on a national level at least, and that could begin with an annual discussion moving forward, beginning with the schools. So we begin from, let's suppose, the 1st of July, and we begin having the schools discuss and debate the various aspects of emancipation. We do a number of lectures, discussions, panel discussions, seminars, symposiums. But at least the process of educating our people is important, because guess what, Andre? It is precisely in the absence of a good quality education
Yeah.
system that Grenada continues to be in the doldrums economically, socially, and politically. We once used to be the envy of the Eastern Caribbean in terms of a high quality education system in Grenada. We had people coming from Trinidad, Dominica, St. Lucia, etc., to study here in Grenada.
Eugenia Charles,
And here,
Dwight Venner.
and here we are. Here we are today. Here we are today, struggling to have students passing.
The laughing stock of the windwards we are. We've
Right.
got a caller. Let's take it. Good
Well,
morning,
let me
caller.
just-
How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Dre, and good morning, BJ, and good morning to Dr. Antoine. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning to you guys. On the issue of emancipation, my take on it is that we celebrate emancipation and we say that we are emancipated, but my view on this is that it's so ironic that we as a people we hold on to classification. What I notice in Grenada is that we very steeped in class. I would not say that it's racism because predominantly we all colored. And classification was introduced to us and it's something that we uphold and I would say we enjoy it. Because I've looked at people, and the moment we feel that we elevate ourselves in life, we tell ourselves that we are in a different class to someone who hasn't elevated themselves. So, to me, that right there is telling me that we haven't ourselves. Then, when we look at the agricultural system, the system that was introduced to us, we still continue to sell our produce in bags and ship them off. I don't think that is emancipation. We need to focus on totally changing the way we do business agriculturally, the way we sell our produce. We need to add value to our stuff and then retail them. When we sell our stuff in bulk, in bags, we're practically giving away our stuff.
Can I comment here? Can I comment here, caller?
Yes.
You see, because we sort of, based on what you've said, I get the feeling that there is a mixture of emancipation and independence. And I think that earlier, what we should do is draw that line so that people know that there is a difference between emancipation and independence. That's the feeling I get. That may not be what you're trying to say, but that is what I gather from what you've said. You can continue.
I am baffled as to what I don't understand what it is you're saying.
Okay, then you go ahead.
No, I would love for you to explain.
Well, I just did. I can't do better. So that's why I said you go
Yeah,
ahead.
because you just said that.
Let me just make a comment here. The issue
there should
of
be an explanation or something like that between independence and emancipation.
Dr. Antoine has just said he would like to make a comment also. Would you allow him?
Yes, sure.
Dr. Antoine, please.
The issue of emancipation would inherently involve the issue of independence, because emancipation is essentially meant that you're no longer enslaved, and therefore you are free to do the things that would ensure at least your survival. But more importantly, you're now in a position to do the things that will help your overall collective development. But that collective development depends on each one of us achieving some degree of understanding of who we are. committing ourselves to working towards improving our overall collective well-being. And so therein lies the issue of independence. Because if we supposed to have been emancipated and we've not evolved to the point where we now become independent in our planning, independent in control of our sovereignty and our economy, independent of people telling us what to do and how to do it, then we will never achieve the issue of emancipation. So yeah, there is an inherent principle in the whole process of emancipation. The problem is we have not developed the process of emancipation so as to say today we are independent. Because if you look at it as the last speaker was saying, we still function the same way the colonizers wanted us to function, as a provider of raw materials for the industry. Whereas it should be, we produce the raw material, we process it and sell the end value added product to them. But that's not where we are. And that's over how much? 150 plus years, right? More than almost 200 years, So the issue of independence is inherent in the process of emancipating ourselves. And thus, the independence is something that has to be addressed as well.
I am happy that we that piece of information sort of kept us in this little loop here for a minute, because understanding, from my understanding, what is independence and what is emancipation. For me, independence is the freedom for a country or a nation from being ruled by another country, being controlled by another nation. Emancipation is the freedom of people from slavery, bondage, or oppressive control. So those two things are distinctly different, and that is why I believe, as I said, we need to be careful and we need to educate. Because if we're going to say that independence and emancipation is the same thing,
nobody say that.
Well, again, what are we saying? What are we saying? No, what are we saying then?
You see, like the field, the agricultural field,
Mhm.
you'd have a plot of bananas, you'd have a plot of carrots, you'd have a plot of nutmegs, etc.
Mhm.
But
Which are all independent of each other.
Well, but they all belong to the same unit, the farm, BJ's farm, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is, the process of emancipation was supposed to have continued after we were, quote unquote, legally told that we were free and no longer providing free labor to the planters. But that whole process after August 1st, 1834, never developed so as to ensure that we achieve, quote unquote, that degree of self-determination.
So are you saying to us, therefore, Doc, that there was a flaw? Or there is a flaw in the whole thing?
I'm saying we have not learned where we've come from,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore we don't know where the hell we're going, Andre.
We have the caller still online. The caller, you there, right?
Yeah, I'm there.
Right. So you want to come in now?
I wasn't privy to hearing what Dr. Antoine was saying.
Oh,
but my from
go on.
From listening to you, and you're saying that emancipation is different from independence.
Mm-hmm.
I see it different.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that emancipation and independence is basically the same. We just have two events occurring at different times. Now, when you look at it, and you rightfully explained it, independence is the freeing up of a country to allow themselves, put it as, it's just, as a third world country, are we truly independent?
No.
Are we truly emancipated?
No.
The answer is no.
Based on the true meaning of the word independence, as a country, as a country, we are independent. We are not being ruled by any other country. So whereas we can say we are in we are still deep, there's still a certain level of dependency in relation to how we think or whatever. That is how we think. But the country, we can make our laws. We can sign. That is why we could say what we say and lose visa status, because we are independent. Do you understand? Emancipation, it's about a people. Emancipation is about a people. Independence is about a country.
Yes, but people live in the country.
I didn't say that. I'm just telling you, emancipation is about a people.
Yes, I agree with you, but when you break it down, to me, it's basically the same thing.
I ain't breaking it down. I ain't breaking it down. You break it down how you want. I didn't break it down.
Well, listen.
But I think
the thing about it is, I want to get back to that part about the agricultural part of thing. I think for far too long we continue to conduct our agricultural retail, basically the cocoa, the nutmeg. I don't know so much. I haven't heard too much about the banana. But we continue to do the same thing. And BJ made a point earlier on as to the selecting or electing of the representative for the agriculture sector. Until we seriously pay attention to these things and try to change these things so that we can have laws written into our whatever the word is, Andre.
I don't know.
To bring serious effect to our agricultural system, we're gonna continue to just go down the same road, shipping off our stuff them in bags and getting little or nothing for our produce.
So here is
that is why we need to get rid of people like Roderick Sinclair. Because he is the one that still keeps us there, and he understands and knows all what you're saying, call about shipping out in bags. He has been in GCNA for a period of time. So he understands that. And we still have him where we have him. We need to get rid of Roderick Sinclair.
Yes, in fact, he may have been part and parcel of that whole.
Not may have been, still is.
That where we are trying to rehabilitate the nutmeg processing oil in Mali, if you ask me. Because guess what, Andre? I mean, I still find it hard to accept that as a people we tolerate nonsense and consider it good, you know.
Because Roderick Sinclair did not give you the independence that you needed. But however, he gave farmers the assurance that they were emancipated. Now that is the difference. All you're bringing it to think. All you're bringing it together, you know. Take the time.
All right.
Take the time. Take the time.
So yeah, if we are able to process our raw materials into finished consumer goods and then export that, it would add significant value to the farmer's gross income, the Grenada's gross domestic product, increase our foreign exchange, increase and decrease the level of unemployment, ensure that we have more people working. And it also gives us an increased sense of pride in the fact that we are now a much better developed society. And so the whole process of learning where we've come from, understanding the tasks and challenges and problems we face currently, and collectively working towards making a difference for our society. In other words, if in unison, we collectively work to deal with the common cause that all of us face, we can move forward much faster and much more efficiently. But the way we're moving forward, first of all, you can't move forward in ignorance, which is where we're at.
Tell Roderick that.
And secondly, we cannot move forward if we don't have a plan, because, as BJ would say, if you don't have a plan, any port for a storm, right? And thirdly, our appeal over the years to get our policymakers to sit and consult with people who are directly involved in the agricultural sector to pull together a plan so that you know exactly what you want to accomplish within the next 1 year, within the next 3 years, within the next 5 years, within the next 10 years. Until such plan is put together, until then, we will not have shown any degree of independence, and therefore we continue to demonstrate that we're still, quote unquote, mentally enslaved.
All right, so let me ask this question. How does, not does, sorry, that's a wrong word I'm using there. How do we explain a container of nutmegs being lost? when BJ and Dr. Antoine was on the board. How you guys explain that?
It?
Yeah. Hold on. Collins, BJ, your good boy BJ, and Dr. Antoine, they were on the nutmeg board when a whole container of nutmegs went missing.
Let me just explain to you what happened.
That, in my opinion, there is no explanation.
Okay, but let's hear what let's hear what Dr. Antoine has to say.
Well, plain and simple. Poor management, poor leadership.
Poor management. So that is why they kicked both of you off the board.
Andre, when you're watching, I think the mistake that we are making nationally to deal with a lot of issues, we are looking at faces rather than looking at the system. We are looking at individual aspect of things that are going wrong rather than holistically looking at the system
and how the system is working
and how the system is operating. The same people who enslaved you are the same people that write your educational curriculum.
Tell them NDC and them that when Keith Mitchell tried to change the same thing, them same NDC and them bright boys, they didn't know to allow the thing to change.
So
but no,
what you expect them to write? Not something in their interest?
No, look at them.
Well, this is when you have
they're saying what? They're saying no allegiance to the king guy. No allegiance to him. Okay, fine. But allegiance to Dame Cecile. How we could have that allegiance to how we could say?
When you have a group of people who are educated and study at higher learning institutions, you come back to your country and they would have put you at the helm to basically lead your country. And you turn around and you are taking $150 from the poor and vulnerable and needy in your country. Are you telling me that you are truly liberated, you are truly free, you are truly emancipated? You are the biggest slave master in the entire world. So as far as I'm concerned,
you all agreeing with Andre, but go ahead.
It's a mental thing that we have to free ourselves from mental slavery first, and that is the difficulty that we have doing. We want to become like slave owners. And who we want to enslave? Our brothers.
Our brothers. We've got a caller on the landline. Morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
We will never come out in this situation, you know.
What situation?
That we are in, because we will always have the massa over you.
That because all you electing Roderick?
No, that's because of Roderick. The system lends itself that way.
The system is the same thing as Roderick. They are doing nothing.
Because the same cocoa and nutmeg, and we have changed.
No,
and the farmer remain the same thing.
No, we ain't changed.
They're making chocolate.
We ain't changed. We ain't changed.
Yes, we making chocolate.
No, the more we change, the more we remain the same.
Chocolate. We're exporting nutmeg, different products from nutmeg.
But too little chocolate, you're exporting chocolate. Too little chocolate to making it. What they can't even make chocolate for Grenada to consume. And export it.
So then if they can utilize the land, they have more land there.
So tell you,
that's why I said in the beginning that we want to know where our future of the land is going.
You have people just like Roderick in the system.
But Roderick is only one person.
Yes, but get rid of the others like him. Get rid of the others like him.
We don't have
Yes,
to
he's one.
get rid of a
Get
man
rid of.
politically to make
Get
change.
rid of all of them.
And who coming in?
Who coming in?
Mm.
Who
When you
could
get
do
rid
it?
of all of them.
Who could do it
The
coming
same,
in?
the same man you get rid of, passing with a piece of paper and give you the other one and tell you to put back that post.
Joke you're making.
All of them know it.
So what you want to tell me that NNP and NDC is the same? But be yourself.
Yes.
Be yourself.
They are the same.
I don't entertain that too.
All right. But it's a fact.
I don't entertain that. Stop shooting this. Stop shooting this. What's wrong with you, Clifford? You're crazy or what? Yeah. Yes. Collins.
Andre, let me add.
Yeah, give me a little bit, and because I want to take in as many callers as possible, Collins. Just give me a little bit and go.
Yeah. Okay. After that, I'll hit.
You're gone.
You had a system in place where the debushing. No, not the debushing. When the government used to pay people to help the farmers. What was the name of that program, BJ?
Farm Workers Program.
Farm Workers Program.
Yeah.
What is the status of that program today?
I don't know. BJ. You have any idea?
That used to be functional, now gradually fade away. Since you had the hurricane in last year, you had a group of people that the government had basically assigned to helping people clean up their farms and stuff like that. But that fade away fairly quick too. A lot of people still need help and can't find. All good things, we don't keep it for long, for one reason or another. And again, it's a planning process, because those things should be evaluated, and it should be, structure should put in place whereby you make it better and better every year if you're going to do it.
But the initiative of that is a very good program.
Of course, it is good. It just
So
need to
I
be
will-
monitored and
I listen
controlled.
to you guys.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, Andre, things like that, the farm support labor that they used to give, we should continue with things like those. And if we find there are like flaws in the system, we can evaluate and make, recommendation, make the adjustment, and continue to do those things, because there are some people who definitely need the help, or some farmers who need the help.
Dr. Entwine, you have 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we've gotten this far, but it's a pity we've not been able to settle come to some commonality on the concepts of.
We come back again, man. We come back again. We come back next week as well.
I look forward to it, but I think the previous caller, the last caller, is raising a very important factor that needs to be discussed in a more serious and detailed way, so as to ensure that the whole process of freeing ourselves and liberating ourselves and becoming an independent people is important. I.e., we have to begin to look inwards to solving the problem that we have, which is we cannot and should not continue to just be a supplier of raw materials for the manufacturing sectors in the developed countries. That principle has to stop once and for all. And until we take steps and measures to ensure that, one, we process all the cocoa we have into chocolate, cocoa mass, cocoa butter, etc., until we take steps to do a similar thing for the nutmeg sector, until we take steps to ensure that we produce sufficient protein and starches to ensure that we have a reliable, at least 6 solid months of food supply in case of emergency. Until then, we would not have demonstrated any sense of independence. We would not have demonstrated any sense of being emancipated from being controlled by some master or masters elsewhere. And so the discussion we've begun, I think, is a platform that we should continue, so as to begin the process of educating ourselves as to who we are, where we've come from, where we need to go, and exactly how we are going to get there. So that's how I want to conclude my discussion this morning. And again, my sympathies to Clifford. And I want to wish all of our audience there, thanks for participating, and have a safe and pleasant rest of the week or weekend.
BJ?
I enjoyed the discussion this morning and just want to reiterate the fact that none but ourselves can free our mind. And it starts with us, it starts with the man in the mirror. We have to make the change or else we aren't able to change anything. And the problem is that we are asking for change, but we don't seem as though we have the energy to do it. The world is in constant change, constant movement, constant development. And if we don't gravitate to the time that we are living in, I'm afraid that we forever will be talking about mental slavery because the people who enslave us wouldn't spare any moment
Mm.
if they get a chance to continue to enslave you.
Mm.
They may just do it in a different form. But remember, you supported them for 3, 4, 500 years by doing what you did. What make you think they willingly want to give you up today? If they can take your head, and I think they still have our heads. Just check how we deal with each other. Check how we criticize each other. Check what we see about each other. Think about how we set out every day. We get up and as though that's the order of the day to pull down one another, to destabilize our country. Where are we going? How are we going to really truly liberate ourselves? Divide and rule. They did that from a longer time and they still continue to do that today. God bless Grenada. Good morning, Andre, again.
Right. My piece is this.
Could I just make one comment before you finish up, Andre?
Sure, you could jump up on the table and start to dance
We
if
could
you want to.
we could extend the program for you.
No, I just wanted to highlight on the pin BJ's point there. The need for a united or unison of efforts on the part of our people, because yes, you're right. We continue to operate independent of each other, but that too is a reflection of the quality and nature of our leadership. So yes, we need to be moving forward in unison with a common vision, a common plan. That's what I wanted to underline BJ's point with.
Collective security.
My piece now, I listen to your piece. My piece is simple. When we speak of emancipation, we remember the day our ancestors' chains were broken. On August 1st, back in 1834, the law said they were free. But freedom was more than words on paper. It was the right to stand as a human being, BJ, to dream, to work, and to live without the lash of a whip. Emancipation gave us dignity. It gave back the dignity to the human beings, to the black human beings. When we speak of independence, remember February 7th, 1974, when Grenada stood tall and proud to no longer be ruled by a foreign crown. Independence gave us the power to shape our destiny as a nation. But both emancipation and independence remind us of one truth, BJ. Freedom is not just given. BJ, freedom is earned, and it must be guarded, nurtured, and used wisely. Our ancestors fought for it with blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice. Today, it is our duty to honor them, not just with celebration, pomp, and pride, but with action, with unity, as both of you have spoken about a short while ago, and the love of our land. From chains to choice, from colony to country, from struggle to strength. This is our story right now, BJ. This is our story, Dr. Antoine. This is our story. And it is still being written by you, me, and him,
Yes.
and her.
Mhm.
Story is still being written.
Andre, if independence and emancipation was the same, when they give you emancipation, you would have gotten independence at the same time.
I didn't
No,
think
I'm
so.
saying is you.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you know what this man and them did? They make sure to give you, they say emancipation first. And then think about it, 1834 to 1974, that's a lot of years.
Check now. How much?
They would have you underneath the wings and getting what they want off of you, basically contaminating your mind and ensuring that the next generation will become monsters and support them. That's what we have today. People who are still, even if we say, hang on, you know something, we're moving away from saying allegiance to or pledging allegiance to the Queen and the King of England. But we can see that mentally we still attached by our laws, by whatever, to the Queen of England. You don't want to.
No, the king.
The king now.
The girl.
The king. But how comes you're saying you don't want to pledge allegiance, but your country, it is run based on their laws? When are you changing those for me?
Dr. Antoine, I know you want a last WORD. I give it to you, brother.
Well, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity one more time, Andre, for continued discussion. And I trust our audience would have at least gotten some bit to chew on, so that next year we probably have a more substantial and detailed discussion on how we should appreciate the emancipation that we'd have experienced or supposed to have experienced way back then, but how we can make better use of our resources so as to achieve that degree of quote-unquote mental freedom, and using our freedoms and liberties to make our economies, our societies, our people a better place to live.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, BJ. Hi,
Take
guys.
care.
Have a
God
wonderful
bless.
day.
Good
All
morning, Grenada.
Thank you, listeners. We love you.
Feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.